What is the world? Your understanding of the world and all things in the world will change as you advance in the way of knowledge. Certainly your understanding of yourself, your needs, your purpose and your direction, will change as you progress. This will give you a different perspective and a growing perspective as you proceed. In a greater context, the world is a place where you have come to serve, to give and to reunite with those whom you are destined to meet, to know and to participate with. This definition, though universally true, is a truth that is not accessible to many human beings at this stage of development, for they are much too focused on survival and gratification to be able to see its importance. However, even as you grasp this idea and begin to experience it within your own range of relationships and understanding, it opens up a whole new panorama, a greater vista where things can be seen and known which could not be seen and known before. The world is primarily a place to give. You learn this through giving. It is a place to associate and to reassociate. You learn this by associating and reassociating. You have come from beyond the world bearing gifts for the world. This is most certainly true, but do not fall prey to thinking that this indicates a grandiose role for you. Indeed, your role will be very specific, and only in the rarest circumstances will it garner attention and acclaim. This must be a clear understanding, for here you see that the world is something very different from what you had thought before. Instead of a place to proclaim yourself and to establish yourself, it is a place to get something done behind the scenes, in secret, without recognition and acclaim. This is the way that knowledge works in the world, and this is the way that you will learn to work in the world as you begin to experience a greater purpose and direction in life. Before this, the world was a place in which to survive and to fulfill yourself, but now it is becoming something else. This is in keeping with the truth in the greater panorama of life that we call the greater community, that the wise everywhere work with as much secrecy as possible. They contribute their gifts to those individuals for whom their gifts are destined and required. Knowledge is rarely welcome in any society and the greater community except those very few that have advanced and have secluded themselves from the difficulties and tribulations of greater community involvements. In all other societies, regardless of the nature of their environments, their culture, their ethics, their beliefs and their standards, the wise must exercise their gifts and their work with great caution. Knowledge finds unique expression in different societies and the greater community, but its purpose and its destiny are the same, to reunite you with those who have been sent to share your purpose in life so that you may fulfill your specific mission here. Then you will return to your spiritual family beyond manifest life, and there you will prepare for your next assignment. There are no heavens and hells. There is only work to be done, and there is only success and failure in this regard. If you succeed, you advance and you progress. If you fail, you set yourself and your spiritual family back. Failure is not always a matter of neglect. Sometimes it is circumstantial. In this, there's no blame. However, realizing the importance of achieving success in finding your purpose in life as it truly exists and not as you would have it be is a great accomplishment. This guarantees a satisfaction and a sense of meaning that can never be found in any other way. You are not here to condemn the world. You are not even here to repair the world. But you are here to give something, and your gift knows where it needs to go. Your gift has its own destined recipients. You cannot change this. But you can determine whether your gift can be given or not. You can determine how long it will take to give your gift. You can determine the outcome. But the final outcome is beyond your determination, for this is part of a greater plan. It is a plan that does not predetermine all activities and events in life, but instead sets a direction for all life and for the evolution of life. Here much variety and variance will occur, but the end result must finally in time be established. You have a purpose in being here. This is religion. You have a message for certain people. This is faith. You are in the world to give because you have an ancient home beyond the world. You have a purpose that transcends your impulses for survival and your wishes for self-gratification. This purpose does not deny these other impulses and wishes, but it establishes a greater focus and a greater standard for your life. What is the world, then, for you who have come to give? The world is a place that needs your gift. Your gift must be given to certain people at a certain time in a certain way. It is not for everyone, and it is not necessarily for those whom you want it to be for. The world is as it is because it is a place without knowledge. It is a place of conflict. Beneath and underlying all the apparent conflicts in physical life, there is a fundamental struggle between receiving and resisting knowledge. This struggle resides within each person. It is the struggle between knowledge and will, between union and separation, between purpose and self-determination. How few people in the world know that they are here on a mission and can leave that mission undefined and unexplained and yet support it wholeheartedly nonetheless. How few people can give themselves to something that is known and urgent but that seems inexplicable and beyond description. How rare are these individuals, and yet how important they are for the advancement of the world. Without men and women of knowledge, the human race would have faded long ago. Humanity's promise, heritage and legacy are kept alive by the activities of those who work unseen and unbeknownst to the population at large. For them, the world is something very different. Its tribulations are opportunities. Its conflicts represent its calling. Its difficulties and disasters represent its condition. There is no complaint and no blame here. There is only work to be done, a great gift for a temporary place. This understanding transcends human morality and the morality of any society or culture within the greater community. Therefore, its application is universal. It can permeate any situation and provide value and meaning there. It is free of the restraints and limitations of the society into which it enters, as is the person who carries such a purpose in full awareness. The world is not a meaningless place. It is not a hopeless place. It is not an evil place. It is a troubled place. The person of knowledge must come here to work, for this advances those in the world and those beyond the world. Greater community spirituality is not a spirituality for one race alone. It is a spirituality for many races. Ultimately, it is a spirituality for the entire universe. As such, it calls upon experience rather than ideas. Uniformity in thinking is not possible in the greater community because of the variance in temperament, values, environment and biological development. However, the experience of knowledge is universal, and this transcends all local customs and limitations. This is benefits beyond the horizons of your awareness. This is the source of inspiration in your life. This is the meaning of the mystery of your life. Do not attempt to explain the mystery, or the mystery will be lost to you. Do not give definition to your purpose, or your purpose will become only your definition. Do not claim that you understand your origin or your destiny, for to think this is to deny yourself the direct experience, which is your reward for gaining access to a greater wisdom and greater power within yourself. Allow the mystery to be inexplicable and bond to it in your deepest experience. Hold to it with the greatest devotion. Follow it without restraint. Keep yourself in its embrace, and you will know what others cannot know, and you will see what others cannot see, and you will hear what every heart calls for, freedom and reunion with life as it really is. Greater community spirituality is at the heart of every religion, and yet it is beyond every religion. It is the source of all inspiration, and yet it transcends all of the expressions of inspiration. This, then, is your heritage, to find this, to receive this, to embrace this, and to give this according to a greater plan of which you are an important part. Accept the fact that your role will be small and specific. It will not be self-glorifying. In fact, it may lead away from all of your plans for self-fulfillment. And yet it contains a greater truth, a greater understanding, and a greater security in life that you will not find anywhere else. Be without judgment of the world. If the world were a perfect place, you would not need to come here. If the world were a place that functioned harmoniously, without friction or conflict, this would not be the place for you. The world represents all aspects of the human condition, from the highest to the lowest. The world also exists within a greater community context, which is largely unrecognized here. The world is your place to work and to give. Its pleasures are small but real. Its pains and difficulties are great. The world cannot give you what you seek, for what you seek you have brought with you from beyond the world.